post-Civil War era, regiments of U.S. soldiers were formed whose footprints will never be erased. Troops that protected during war and kept order in peace. Men and women who, through their valiant efforts or uncommon appearance, were christened Buffalo Soldiers.
The Buffalo Soldier period is the period of the Indian Wars from 1866 to 1890.
Most of these soldiers came after the Civil War because the United States wanted to keep up black troops in because they did such a good job during the Civil War. They came from the plantations, everything, the poor places.
It was the best job there was for a black soldier or a black man at that time. They were responsible for stringing the telephone lines from the west all the way back to the east. They were responsible for escorting the white settlers from the north to the west, and even though they were escorting them, protecting them from the Indians, they couldn't eat with them, and they were ridiculed much of the time by the very people that they were protecting.
My grandfather would tell me about his grandfather who was a soldier, but my cousin from California and from the city, we stay in the country. They say, oh, they wouldn't such a thing. So I was crying, and I said, Papa. He said, well, you can read it right. You're the smartest one. Look it up. So I did. I looked them up. If they was Confederate soldiers first, and then they went on to be Buffalo Soldiers.
And the courage of the black soldier and the ridicule they tell, it's just fascinating to me.
I was just astounded by all the things I did not know about my own people.
It's important to understand what the black soldiers on the frontier did, because that's American history.
The Buffalo Soldiers today are successful professionals who have taken a tremendous interest in keeping the legacy alive. These men are from every walk of life and happily volunteer to assume the responsibility as mentors, one child at a time. Current Buffalo Soldiers conduct reenactments of the original Buffalo Soldiers by performing the closest scenarios of the 1800s at schools, churches, hospitals, and parades. Most importantly, they keep the story of freedom alive.
I get a chance to continue the legacy of the original Buffalo Soldiers.
It's important to see them in the context of the American history experience and the American frontier experience.
What they've done for the black society, for American society, the legacy they've left behind, we want to perpetuate that.
It's not just black history, it's American history.